Behind NDA's third term stands Telugu Desam Party President N Chandrababu Naidu. Now, Naidu's party, which is in alliance with the BJP, won 16 seats in the Lok Sabha election from Andhra Pradesh. The support of TDP is critical for the BJP as it has only 240 seats on its own. But what are Naidu's demands? Let's find out. In return of his support to BJP, Naidu is likely to extract several promises and assurances, the most important one being the status of special category state for Andhra Pradesh. So what is special category status? So in 1969, the 5th Finance Commission of India introduced the mechanism of SCS to assist certain states in their development and fast-tracking growth if they faced historical, economic or geographical disadvantages. Factors such as difficult and hilly terrain, low population density, and or a sizable tribal population, strategic location along borders, economic and infrastructural backwardness, and non-viable nature of state finances were typically considered to accord SCS. Now, this system was scrapped on the recommendation of the 14th Finance Commission, which suggested that the resource gap of the states should be filled by increasing the devolution of tax to 42% from the existing 32%. SCS was accorded to 11 states, including the entire Northeast and the border hill states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. Subsequently, other states too demanded SCS, including Naidu's AP, Bihar, whose Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is another key NDA ally, and Odisha, where the BJP will now form the government. Now, why does AP want special category status? When undivided AP was bifurcated to create Telangana in 2014 through the AP Reorganization Act 2014, the UPA government at the centre had promised to grant SCS to AP to compensate for the loss of revenue and of Hyderabad, where much of the development was concentrated. After the Narendra Modi government took charge, both Naidu, who was Chief Minister from 2014 to 2019, and YS Jagan Mohan Reddy, who was Chief Minister from 2019 to 2024, repeatedly appealed for SCS, so more funds were made available from the centre to overcome the distressing financial situation of the state. AP argues that the undivided state was bifurcated in an unjust and inequitable manner. The successor state inherited nearly 59% of the population, debt and liabilities of the original state, but only 47% of its revenues. Today's AP is essentially an agrarian state with huge revenue disabilities. According to the AP government, the UPA had assured the nation, and especially the people of AP, that it would be granted SCS for a 5-year period as a precondition to bifurcation, and that the residuary state would be adequately compensated through a number of development interventions, investments, and direct financial assistance. Now, if granted, what would SCS mean for AP? Well, SCS would mean higher grants and aid to the state government from the centre. To illustrate, per capita grants to special category states is 5,573 crore rupees per year, whereas AP receives only 3,428 crore. SCS states enjoy special industrial incentives such as income tax exemptions, custom duty waivers, reduced excise duty, corporate tax exemption for a certain period, concessions and exemptions relating to GST, and lower state and central taxes. In SCS states, the centre funds central schemes up to 90% compared to 70% in non-SCS states. Governments of AP have argued that such special incentives are vital for the rapid industrialization of the primarily agrarian state and would lead to improved employment opportunities for the youth and overall development of the state. Also, granting SCS would encourage investments in specialty hospitals, 5-star hotels, manufacturing industries, high-value service industries such as IT, and premier institutions of higher education and research. Now, what all has the AP government done to press its demand with the centre? Well, Naidu has been vocal and emotional about SCS, and it vexed him through his 2014-19 tenure as Chief Minister. The TDP was part of the first Modi government when it took power in 2014, and Naidu was frustrated by his failure to persuade the centre of his case. Meanwhile, in February 2024, during the last assembly session before the elections, Jagan Mohan Reddy expressed frustration and anguish over the issue, telling the assembly that he wished that no party gets an absolute majority in Lok Sabha so that the state can bargain for SCS. Now, Naidu has exactly that opportunity. Now, talking about the feasibility for the centre to yield to this demand. The BJP has fallen short on numbers and has very few options in its negotiations with Naidu should he choose to play hardball. The Congress has already sent him feelers. Senior leader Jairam Ramesh has said that SES for AP was part of party's manifesto in the state and the India bloc would accept the demand if it comes to power at the centre. Giving Naidu what he wants to the exclusion of other states, notably Bihar and Orissa, will be difficult for the BJP. Also, the 14th Finance Commission had stated that SES was a burden on centre's resources. This has been used by the NDA to reject Naidu's pleas since 2014. Now, as a compromise, the NDA could make a promise similar to the one the UPA made to give SES for a specified period, say 5 years. However, the BJP will be mindful that the Congress has not won a single MLA or MP seat in AP since 2014. Now, Naidu's earlier push for SES had failed and he had suffered a crushing defeat in the state as well. But this time is different. The BJP is dependent on him and he has just won a landslide in the state. And of course, in addition, he can demand ministerial portfolios of his choice in the new Modi government. For more updates on Lok Sabha elections, keep watching the Indian Express.